Good morning everyone and welcome back. I'm here to do the November 21 Spellbinders monthly club reveal. However, this month is going to be a bit shorter because there is no card kit of the month for November 21. So all it is everything else. So what we've got is the clear stamp with the cutting die that cuts out all the little bits, clear stamp of the month. Everything's got a theme this month with this beautiful curvy lines, and as you can see there's Christmas baubles, Christmas presents, snowflakes. I've got a lovely idea for that, and a few sentiments which also curve around everything else. Now if you only buy the clear stamp and the cutting die, it does give you a die that cuts out all those lines plus some of the little presents, etc. So that's that one. Then the glimmer of the month is sticking with the curves, couple of sentiments, Merry Christmas and a gift for you, and then all of these beautiful different patterns. This one here has got like holly and sprigs, etc. And then there's a couple, so there are 5 hot foil plates, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 2 sentiments, and then 2 cutting dies so that you can cut the edges once you have hot foiled. So that's that one. And then this is the APG die of the month, which is called Pop-Up 3D Vignette Christmas Tree. So it's got, they're quite a good size, these. I mean that large tree there measures about 5.5 inches. So there is a large tree, a medium tree and a small tree. The small tree you can also cut out the fancy insides, a few different sentiments. This is the side panels for shoving these tabs through once you've slotted your Christmas tree through these 2 little slots. And then there are presents and bows for presents and Christmas baubles of various shapes and sizes, which are also, you can layer. So you cut these out in, say, a silver mirror card or a gold mirror card, and then cut out your bauble colour and stick the 2 together. So that's quite interesting. I've got an idea to use this tree not as a pop-up Christmas tree, but just flat on a card. So I'll probably get to that. It's going to have I'm thinking it'll probably have a fair bit of dimension, because if I put a gold large tree and then a green large tree with the holes cut out so that the gold shines through, and then the same, a gold and a green, and then a maybe gold, maybe 2 different colours of green for the small. So that tree will end up being about 6 layers thick, so it will give a bit of dimension on a card. So I think I'll probably have a go at that on a project. Then small die of the month, it's got my favourite, I love these stitching dies. You can use them just to literally cut a pretty pattern, or you can sew them. And obviously at this time of year you can probably do some like snowflake shapes in silver or whatever. And then 3 lovely baubles, different shapes and sizes, with the little hanging piece to go on the top and a string. Got some ideas to do with that. And then the large die of the month, this is fabulous. It's got 13 different cutting dies, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 very large. We're talking 8.5 inches in length for these, so you can use them for a slimline card, full-size slimline card as well. And this beautiful one here, as you can see, it's got sprigs, poinsettias, mistletoe berries, I'm guessing, and then small flowers. And then here at the back you've got so you can cut out all of the different shapes and then stick them on top of this. So if you do this in, say, a white card, and then you do these in different colours, and then you can stick those on top of that, which would be that's going to look lovely. I think that's what I'm going to do today. I apologise for the flickering light. I've got a cat in the windowsill kicking the Venetian blinds backwards and forwards. So as the unboxing's been a little bit shorter this month, I've decided to share with you how I choose to store my Spellbinders monthly kits. Here we go. This is my storage box and it's got some previous months in it. I found it easier because quite often all the kits speak to each other effectively, and they you know, you can intermingle them. So I like to keep them all together in a batch, but I can't be bothered trying to peel the dies and the glimmers off those bits of sticky tape that are stuck on the packaging. So this is how I do it. As you can see, I've got previous months in here. I've got to confess, I've been lazy and I haven't actually done October's yet, but this is September's, the kit that I was buying in September. I only just started to subscribe to the total package last month in October, so this is September, and in September these are the kits that I was getting. So what I do is I buy A4 magnetic sheets, and then I literally just cut them in half or whatever size is required, and then I also buy these are Repesco, just popper wallets, A5 size, and obviously cut down the magnetic sheet in half. They'll fit in here beautifully. So the clear stamp, I just take it out of the packaging, but I leave the cardboard insert, because it's quite often got things on the, you know, stuff on the back showing you, giving you ideas, etc. But also it tells you the name of the thing as well. So I put the clear stamp in normally so that I can see it from either side. Then this is one of my A4 sheets cut in half. Let's just see. So what I do is, this is the large die of the month. I cut the header off with the name on it and the month on it. I take all the little dies off the cardboard packaging and stick them on here so that they're easy to pick up and put back. And then on the back I cut, sometimes, not always, but for things like the bird, for example, it gives you a little picture of how to assemble a bird and what all those little pieces are for. So I do tend to cut the cardboard and stick it on the non-magnetic side of the magnetic sheet. And then, so there's my large die of the month. This is the small die of the month for September, and this was layered mix and match sentiments, so that's got all the words on there. As you can see, haven't bothered putting the stuff on the back of there because it's just words and shadows and a couple of little flowers. So I haven't bothered sticking anything on the back because it's self-explanatory. So that's there, and then I'll just stick them on top of each other like that. And then this is the glimmer of the month for September 21. Obviously I didn't need a massive piece of magnetic sheet, and so I cut it down to suit the size of whatever this month's input is. So, but as you can see, it is really nicely magnetic. So glimmer of the month, build a banner. You've got all your different banner shapes there. You've got all your glimmer words and a glimmer sentiment. And because this one is, it's one of these where you can make layered kind of sentiments. You can have 2 or 3 different lines on the banner sentiment. I've put that on the back because it does then it gives you a further explanation on how to assemble things. So that's that. And then basically what I do is, so I can see the glimmer of the month, I'll turn that upside down in there. And then I'll put the small die and the large die on top of there. Oops, didn't do that very well, did I? Put them on top of there, and then that is my September 21 kit in one little A5 wallet, which is nice and easy to store. These are just fridge larder type plastic storage boxes from Amazon, and then, as I say, they just slot in there. So obviously that goes up September. I have got November to do, October to do, and I have got November to do. October, because I went with the total package, what I intend to do is put everything other than the card kit into my A5 A5 envelopes. So the APG, the glimmer, the large small die, and the stamp and cutting die will all go into one of those envelopes, and then the card kit will just stay in its box, which is, this is October's box. And then what I will do is I'll keep them on the shelf, and I'll just put October, like right on there, October 21, and just keep them all together, because everything inside is kind of colour coordinated. So oh, actually there is that one as well. I'll maybe, yeah, because I haven't actually done October's yet, what I'll probably do is take the die out of the card kit and add that into the envelope. But that's how I store them anyway. I find it easier, especially like for this month, because everything coordinates with each other. It's much easier to me to just keep them all in the same spot. So for this month I have done, I've done some samples of the large die basically. So that is what that cuts out like. It's it literally just cuts the pattern into the paper. There's no edge cutting involved. Then we have, oh, where have I put that? This one, I'll give you this one now, because I don't know where I've put the other piece of paper. So that is the lovely Poinsettias. As you can see, oh, I haven't actually pushed out all those, haven't actually pushed out all the in-betweeny bits, which I needed to do. But yeah, I mean, you can see how beautifully that cuts, and how easy it comes apart. So so that is the poinsettia edge. And then these two pieces I have done on one piece of paper, which is there. So that is what they look like. So this one, it cuts one edge there, and then it embosses the two, cuts this edge and embosses these two lines of different widths into the cardstock. So that's that one. Then this one, obviously it cuts all the way along this edge and then cuts the pattern and those little dots into the paper, as you can see. Makes a nice effect. So that's those ones. As this one, it literally, it only cuts a hole into the paper. There is no holes, no cutting line at front or back. So that's that one. And then this is the beautiful, and as you can see, it really does a lovely job of embossing. Excuse the fact that I haven't actually poked out all the little pieces like that, for example. But yeah, that is an absolutely beautiful die, and I will be incorporating this, I think, into my card project, because that's just lovely. So that's it for the unboxing. Hope to see you for the project, which is coming up.